Yo, what is going on? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ross. Now, one thing that you're gonna have to accept and just come to terms with when you are on semen retention is that people are going to be very attracted to you, right? So with that comes a lot of unplanned social interactions. I'm burning some Palo Santo real quick, guys. This is really holy wood. It's kind of like sage. I prefer this over sage. This actually smells good, so I can tolerate this better than the sage. This just cleanses my space, cleanses me, all that stuff. But on your journey of semen retention, a lot of things are going to change with you. So your energy is going to be different. It's going to be very inviting. So people are going to approach you. They're going to be really curious as to who you are, what you do, everything. It's like, who is this guy? You're going to stand out. And with that comes social skills. Semen retention is going to force you to learn to communicate with people, because there are going to be some people who don't have the best intentions, and these people will also be attracted to you, and you're going to have to learn to disarm them respectfully and have a conversation where you're being respectful at the same time being very dismissive, right? This isn't someone that you really want to build any connection with, and you're going to need the social tact to be able to recognize and execute, right, in a very smooth fashion. So, and with that being said, there will be people who come and approach you who are actually cool people, and you're going to want to socialize with them. And I'll tell you guys this, if I were to ask most people who meet me if they think I'm extroverted or introverted, they would tell me they think I'm extroverted, right? A lot of you guys might think that since I'm out here talking to you on a camera, this is something that I'm just good at. One thing that you guys might not realize about me is that I'm very, very introverted. I'm very introverted, and I prefer my alone space, and I don't really talk much. Like in person, I'm actually really quiet. I talk when I need to, right? So there's a difference between introversion and extroversion and social skills. We all know people who are very extroverted who do not know how to talk properly, right? Extroversion and introversion, all that means is that if you're an introvert, you have a social battery that starts very full, and as you socialize, it depletes until you literally have to go out and recharge. So once your battery is done, it's not like you don't know how to talk anymore. It's just like your desire and will to talk, it's gone. Now for extroverts, they start off at the bottom, right? Their social tank is not, it's depleted. So as they socialize, they start getting energy. And as they keep going, more energetic, and then extrovert. So social skills is something that can be learned by anybody. Learning how to flow through in a conversation, at some point on your journey of semen retention, because again, another thing with it, you become very perceptive. So you can categorize those people. And I say this respectfully because after interacting with so many different people, you'll start to get an idea as to who it is you're talking to. Like, I know if I'm talking to a 20-year-old, I'm probably not going to, break the ice with the same subject that I'd break the ice with a 50, 60-year-old, right? There are two different phases of their lives, right? So being a social chameleon and flowing, semen retention is going to force that out of you, because again, people are going to come up to you, and unless you just want to embarrass yourself and kind of look dry and boring, let them down, because they're expecting a lot out of you based off your energy. You come out, you're coming off as someone who's like you're different. Like, I want to talk to this guy. Imagine that. And then you go talk to the guy, and the guy doesn't know how to speak, right? The guy's awkward, or the guy's, uncomfortable. Like, all eyes are on you on semen retention. So you might as well get good at communicating, right? It's going to benefit you greatly. And it's beyond just social interactions. In business, sales. I've got a construction company, for example, and I have to talk to clients. It's very easy for me. You know what I mean? And again, if I were to ask most of my clients if they think that I'm introverted or extroverted, they'd tell you that they think that I'm extroverted. But little do they know, this is just a skill that's been cultivated. Talking to people, being a good conversationalist, it's just reps. You know what I mean? And again, you're not going to get away from it on semen retention. Everyone is paying attention to you. And the funny thing with people is that once they have an idea of you in their mind and you don't meet that idea, they always feel let down. And I'm not saying that you're out here to, make people happy or any of that. But In situations where, it might be, business related or even romance, love, women, all that, you're going to want to execute, right? You're going to want to perform. So, and how do you work on your skills? Start by talking to anybody and everybody. On Semen Retention, I make it a thing to ask people how their day, like, how's your day going? If I'm out at Kroger's, at the grocery store, again, people will look at me a majority of the time. So imagine if people are looking at me with a smile and I just give them like a dead glance and look away. You know what I mean? It's not charismatic. That's not, it's not smooth, right? You want to say hello, how are you? Then you move on. And things like that build up, they're going to build up your social skills eventually. People think that there's some days I wake up and my first interaction when I go out, it's like I forget that I can even talk. But then as I talk, you know what I mean? Everything gets smooth and then it's good, A good mouthpiece is a weapon. And I can't emphasize that enough. So knowing how to speak and disarm people, especially keep in mind the people who are going to be approaching you and coming at you, a lot of them don't have social skills themselves. They might not even know why they want to talk to you, but they might, muster up some courage, come up and talk to you. And that's it. Like, the person doesn't know how to run a conversation. So guess what? You have to, right? You've got to break the ice, make them feel comfortable. A lot of people who approach me, I can sense that they're not fully at ease, right? My energy is different. So I understand that it's not their fault. I recognize it. So I break the ice. I come in I'm really open and positive with them. Next thing you know, that person's telling me their entire life story. You know what I mean? So in the beginning, it's very front loaded. I have to do a lot of the talking and the, asking questions, trying to figure out who this person is. And, if you find what they like, who is this person? What does he like? Talk about that for a little bit, and then they feel comfortable around you. Next thing you know, they talk a little bit more, and so on and so forth. This is beyond semen retention, but again, on this journey, you're going to be forced to have to develop a very, very powerful mouthpiece. That being said, guys, I've got a new ebook that I took some time to make it for you guys, and I'm just spewing my brain on there, right? I'm a very terse person. I like to get straight to the point. So I did just that in that ebook. It's free. By the way, it's a free ebook. I just put it out there for you guys. I'm going to have a link to it in this comment section. You guys can go ahead and check it out and tell me what you think. Again, it's free, so there's no obligation. Check it out. Some of you guys are kinesthetic learners. Some of you guys are auditory. Some of you guys prefer to read. So I'm trying to have a little bit something for everyone, right? Some podcast videos, some visual, things like this. Now, the kinesthetic part of it, I can help you. You kind of have to go out there and apply things for yourself and learn that way. But yeah, guys, check out the ebook. If you have any questions, you want to DM me, send me a DM on Discord, or you guys can click the link. I've got a link to my Instagram in the description. You guys can DM me through one of those two channels. We'll be in touch. And that's going to be it for this video, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one.